Today on Make It Take It Outdoors, I'm going to go over why I do not sell my fishing lures. Alright, so I get this a lot. Why don't you sell your fishing lures? And to be honest with you, I could. I did a little bit in the beginning, but then I found out I didn't like doing that. My whole thing is I like making them, and I really like teaching other people how to make them. So that's the biggest reason. And there's this almost pervasive thing in our society right now is if you love to do something, you have to monetize it. And that just ruins so much for so many people. You know, if you love drawing or you love painting, you should sell your drawings, sell your paintings. Just, some people don't want to do that, and that's okay. I'm one of them. Now, one thing I have done is I've written my first book on lure making, and I'm calling it Make It Take It Fishing. And what it's going to be about is the basics for the hobbyist. No one's going to read that book and start off a business right off with what they learn there. And that's okay. Again, you don't have to monetize everything. It ruins a lot of things. Now, there are people who find something they love, they make it a business, and they love it. But there's a lot of people who don't. I'm one of those people who, I love too many things. If I were to just say, okay, I'm going to be a lure maker, and that's it, and I'm going to try to live off that, it would ruin it for me in a heartbeat. Another thing I'm getting back into is photography. I used to have my own studio, started out shooting fitness and bodybuilding, and then moved on to, senior pictures, families, weddings. And that's something that I realized that I can make good money on it, and I like making money at that. So I am going to get back into wedding photography and stuff like that. Hopefully in a few years, get an RV, move south and shoot weddings down in the south, probably at Florida. It happens that Florida is probably about the best state to be fishing in too. So, other reasons. Being a lure maker and lure seller can be a headache. The IRS takes 10% right off the top of the excise tax. And the excise tax is good. It does help out with sport fishing, the fisheries and everything, fishery restoration. So, it's one of those things where you're like, yeah, but you're taking 10% off the top of my sales. So if I sell a lure for $5, 50 cents of that sale immediately goes into the excise tax. That's a pain in the butt, and I didn't want to deal with that anymore. That's about it. Like I said, and I will say this 1,000 times, and I hope you don't mind me saying it, just because you find something you love to do doesn't mean you have to make money at it. Some things like lure making, for me, it's more about the fishing than anything else. Some pump just kicked in. And I haven't made any lure videos lately because I haven't been making any lures, because I tend to make lures when I'm fishing. If I'm going to go out to the Scioto the next day and I'm going to be targeting smallmouth, I go out there and I'll take the lures I made the night before. But I will be getting some more videos going. The only thing left on the book is the photography. And that's just going to be basically the how-to sections and everything. And it's going to be a lot of fun. Again, that first book is going to be Make It Take It Fishing Volume 1. And it's basic lure making without any special molds. Any really special tools other than maybe surround nose pliers and a pair of good snips, wire cutters. So that's going to be fun. And I do like writing. And that's something that I can share my knowledge with and enjoy that part of it. It's really cool when I get feedback from people who learned something from one of my videos and tell me how they were able to do something, and hopefully they can figure out a way to even do it better. That's the ultimate. But that's about it. Again, I love lure making. I'm going to keep at it. I'm still going to try to do some other things like knife making. I tried once. It was bad. We need to readdress that and try to do it again because it looks like a lot of fun. I made a knife from a file. We'll just leave it at that. You really can't call it a knife. So maybe that will be one of the first things I do this winter. But other than that, I hope you have a wonderful 2020 and tight lines. Oh yeah, if you want to follow along, subscribe, notifications, hang in there with me. If there's anything you want to see me make where you don't need molds and stuff like that, leave me a comment below and I'll be glad to put a tutorial together. In the meantime, tight lines.